record this. So Tracy, so what are the things that you're talking about right now? What is holding you back right now?
Um, I guess myself. I guess I don't know. I just commit. I'm like I go up and down, up and down. I'm committed for 3, 4 weeks and I do awesome. And then maybe it's because I think I've had some success. I can ease up a little bit or something, and then I gain it back.
Hmm.
So I honestly don't know. I need to figure it out. I really don't know.
Okay. So what is it that you want in the next so we have two more webinars left. So 2 weeks. So what is it that you want in the next 2 weeks?
I guess breaking down my mental barrier. I mean, I strongly believe it's all mental. I
Hmm.
can do the workouts, I can do the nutrition, especially when it's laid out so easily from you. I just read it and do it.
Hmm.
But then I get in my own way and I I screw it up, like mentally.
Hmm.
So I've got to figure out how to mentally break through and figure out that this is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. This is a lifestyle.
Hmm. So what are you falling back into? Like what is it that you still have that you keep falling back into?
Mm, I don't know. Christmas, I did great the first week, and then Christmas came, and I just said, screw it, which is terrible. But I did good, and then I thought, okay, I'm just going to allow myself one cheat meal on Christmas Eve, and then one cheat meal on Christmas Day, and then that's going to be it. But then everyone starts eating, and everyone's eating all this crap, and I do it too. I don't know. It's weird.
Like you don't want to feel left out and that you want to fit in. So
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, so Diane, what would be your advice to Tracy at this point?
My advice,
Hmm.
um, with with eating, maybe I would suggest, like, if you're going over somewhere where you know you're going to be eating, like where people are going to be eating sweets and stuff, maybe eat before you get there so that you're not hungry. Um, or bringing, like, for me, when I have a sweet crave, I go for the protein shake, and that gives me like that chocolate. Because I'm more of a chocolate fiend, so it helps me feel full as well as gives me that sweet taste that I crave. Um, and then just, making it simple, I would say. I know that for me, I was trying to do the core four and I was making it more complicated than it should have been. And as I simplified it, I was able to, gain more points throughout the week. That's how I've been fixing those situations.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
So Tracy, what are you hearing from Diane?
Yeah, just to eat before you go places and try to get like if you're craving sweets, do something healthy like a protein shake or something. And I do need to be better at core four. And sometimes I don't do it because I think I'm doing the same thing. Like I'm overcomplicating it, and it doesn't need to be this big ordeal. I can do it, you know.
Hmm.
It doesn't have to be this great big thing. I just need to simplify it, I think, and actually do it. Like for real, do it.
Yeah, like for real and actually really do it.
Yeah.
So, so it's interesting. So right now I'm reading the book. The Tony Robbins has a new book, and it's mastering the money game or whatever it is. Okay, and it's interesting because in that book he talks about all of these successful people, like some of the most wealthy people in the world. And as I'm listening to it, it's really funny because everything that he is saying, it almost sounds like he's been coached by my mentor because everything he's saying is exactly the things that he tells me, my coach. It's keep it simple. It's a simple process. It's not this huge complex thing. It's the simple little actions that we take that bring about long-term success. So Tracy, don't overcomplicate this. Don't
Yeah.
don't complicate the nutrition, don't complicate the workouts. Like, do you really think that I expect you to be 100% on this?
I mean, yes, I do.
Nope. Because I know that you won't be.
Yeah.
Because I know what it's like to live a healthy fitness lifestyle, and I know that I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
Like, when you try to strive for 100%, and we do this often with ourselves, when you strive for 100%, and this is for everyone on the call, like, if you are striving for 100% all the time, there's nothing wrong with striving for 100%, but understand that you will not always hit 100%. That's an impossible goal. I shouldn't say impossible, but really it's unrealistic.
Yeah.
And so when we set this high unrealistic goal of hitting 100%, it starts to become really stressful for us, and we start to beat ourselves up. And then this is where the punishment comes in, and it's screw it. And you just give up completely and you go back to your old way, and it's actually self-sabotaging act that we do, self-inflicting, and we start eating like crap.
That's it. 100%. That's me.
So, Tracy, like, if you continue to beat yourself up, you'll never move.
Yeah.
So here's an example. For me, like I'm working towards my competition, and I was telling Mita this as we were training this morning. Me and her work one on one, and as we were doing our workouts, I was telling her, well, she asked me if I was going to compete in March. And for me right now, I just, it would be nice to, but I know that I have 9 weeks. And I know that that is, like, for me, that's going to be huge, like, extreme, like, fat loss. And right now, I just know, like, mentally, I'm just not prepared to set that high of a goal. So the best thing that I can do for myself is say no. Um, I know right now I'm not 100% on my nutrition. Like, I need to run to the store, and I haven't had time to run to the store to get like some butter, and I haven't, I have to eat like 12 eggs a day, and I do it through a supplement called Muscle Egg, and I just barely got some yesterday because I've just been running this story like, oh, I don't want to pay for the eggs and all of these things, and I know I haven't been 100%. So if I'm not 100%, should I expect you to be 100%?
No.
Nope. And here's what I know is it's okay that I'm not 100%. What is it that I need to do so that I can become better? What stories am I running through my head that I need to change so that I can improve and move forward? And the story that I was running is, oh, I don't want to pay for egg whites. Like, I don't want to pay for the supplement. Like, that's annoying. It's just an extra bill. But really, then I switched the story and said, what if I just made it part of my grocery list? Like, it's normal. And I told my wife that, and she's like, well, you did that with protein powder all the time. And I said, you're right, and I don't buy protein powder anymore. So I know that that will just be part of my grocery list now. Okay, so
Yeah.
Tracy, what stories are you running right now?
Well, like this morning is a perfect example. I was laying in bed. I knew I needed to get up and work out, but I told myself, but my bed's so comfy. It's freezing out there. It's dark. And then I did this long enough, and then my kids woke up. So I thought, well, crap, now I can't do it. My kids are awake, and blah, 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 blah. And then finally I said, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. So I got up and I did it, and it worked out just fine, as it usually does. But I just got to get out of my own head and just do the work. That's all it is. You just got to do it.
Yep. Are there days that I don't want to wake up? Like yesterday morning, like I told my wife I'd go to the gym with her at 4:30 in the morning. Did I want to
Yeah.
wake up? Nope. Did I want to go work out? No. Absolutely not. Like I'm no different than all of you. I've just been doing it long enough that it's not something I question.
Right.
So this has actually been on my mind lately in the last couple of days, and this is how we all start out. We all start out making commitments, right? So what commitment have you made, Tracy?
To do this 30-day jump start
Cool. So
and
you
to lose the weight.
Yep, to lose weight in 30 days. Cool. So it starts out as a commitment. Now, commitment means like I'm 100% committed and I got to do this and this and this and this, right?
Right.
Well, sooner or later, commitments actually don't become commitments anymore. They actually just become habits. They actually just become who you are. Like, for me, I can't use like I go to the gym because I'm committed. It has nothing to do with commitment. Like it's just who I am. That's
Mhm.
like me waking up. Like it just happens.
Right.
Okay, I choose it, and it's like who I am. This is so first is going to be a commitment. It's going to be this process where you have to commit, and you're going to have to find out and tweak and figure out what works best for you. But after that, it just becomes a lifestyle, and that's what I'm trying to help you create right now. I
Yes.
know right now it's I know that you'll all slip up. I know you will, and that's okay. Now, the important part is, Tracy, now that you see that you slipped up, what are you going to do about it?
Learn. I need to accept it and just say it happened and then keep going down the right path instead of not.
Yep. Like, did I mess up during the holidays a little bit? Yep.
Yeah.
Like, there was a point during the holidays, like Christmas was like so stressful for me. Like everyone, like it was so high tension in our family. No one was getting along, and I was just like, ugh. And at the end of the day, like I seriously just gave in, and I was drinking Diet Cokes and eating cheese balls and chips and chili.
Bad boy.
Yeah, like I just didn't care. And so I woke up the next day and I said, okay, I have to be good. Like now's the time where I have to be like committed and I have to get back on track and be good on my nutrition. So when people would offer me food, I said no. And my wife would look at me. She's like, "Are you gonna eat that?" And I'm like, "No, I'll be good." So I learned.
Yeah.
I didn't. It wasn't screw it. It wasn't like it's all over because I know it was just one little meal, and I know that it's not gonna hurt me. Okay. Mita, what are you getting out of this conversation?
Oh, a lot. A lot. The weekend has been crazy, and we are, as Polynesians, we always party. There's food, tons of food, Polynesian food. But I think what my body has learned is to say no to a lot of these foods that I know are not good for me. So, but like you guys said, if you mess up, just start right where you are and get back on track. Nobody's going to punish you for what you've done except you. So just start right where you are and continue going. Not to be too hard on yourself. We're all humans. We make mistakes. And the journey is a long journey. It's just up to you how far you want to go. So I've been tempted with a lot of poly food this Christmas, and we had a big family get together with the fattest food you know how polys are. But I all I ate was a turkey, a little bit of stuffing, brown rice, and I was good. And nobody questioned it because they knew I had goals to achieve, and so nobody really judged me, which was really good. It's a very understanding thing. But all I can add to this is if we, I'm saying we, if we mess up, just get back on track and move forward. That's all you can do. Nobody's going to judge you but you. That's all.
Yes, I love it. Okay, Tracy, what are you getting from Mita?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, that's exactly what I need to do. We're human, we're going to mess up. So when we do, just accept it and start where you are.
This is how the lifestyle's created, Tracy. Like you cannot expect yourself to be perfect all the time. You're gonna have your cheats. Like that's the lifestyle. Like
Yeah.
if you look at like bodybuilders and everything, like people are like, oh my gosh, like they never cheat, they never do anything. Like I know people like my coach, he'll eat like 2 burgers from uh Five Guys.
You.
And like I know like bodybuilders who will eat whole pizzas when they cheat.
That's nuts.
And yet they still have like one of the best physiques. Like if anyone tells you like the only person I know that can literally never touch a treat, never touch a cheat, never touch hamburger, pizza, junk like fries, anything like that is my wife. Like literally like she hasn't had a cookie in like 10 years. So out of anyone I've ever met, like she has like zero desire to ever touch it. Like doesn't even phase her. Like she could smell it all day. She bakes all the time. She doesn't taste her own baking. Doesn't dip a finger. Nothing. So she's the only person like that I've ever met. Other than that, everyone else is lying if they tell you that they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tracy, it's okay. You don't need to be perfect in this.
Okay.
But stopping and going, it's like the worst way to do this journey.
What way?
The stopping and going.
Yes. That's why I'm doing this, because that's all I've done my whole life. So it's just time to do it and no stopping.
And Tracy, how much longer are you going to hold on to the junk food that's sabotaging yourself?
It's gone.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's totally gone.
Awesome.
So we're cooking over here.
Cool. Awesome. So this will help because you won't go back. When there's no choice to go back, you'll create the lifestyle. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Diane, what are you getting from this conversation? Unmute yourself and then come back in the conversation.
All right, are we there?
Yep.
Saying, I was getting when you mess up, just get back on track, and life is not perfect all the time. We all start out committing 100%, but our commitments become habits. I love that. It's who we turn out to be, and we choose it. So that really stuck with me.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, so what other questions do you have right now for me about the challenge or the wherever you're at? Let's do this. Let's see where we're at. We'll start with Mita. I just want to know where you are at with your fitness goals and everything, and where you're at with this challenge. So Mita first, where are you at with everything? Oh, she just muted herself. You just muted yourself, Mita.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I I feel like I'm really really pleased with my progress. My goals have changed since the beginning, since I first met you 3 months ago,
Hmm.
and I've realized that it's not a rush goal. It takes time, it takes dedication and commitment, and then I've had a few setback with a few injuries, but I've always come back and try and jump right back in hoping that you'll get better. One thing I've learned a lot from you, Matt, is that I've learned a lot about my body and what it does. At my age, I think I'm doing really, really good considering all my injuries and the surgeries I've had. But because I'm so committed to this, and you have talked to me about commitment and wanting what I want and going for it, you have really, really helped me. Set my goals, not set it too high, but set it where I can achieve it each time. Each day is different. Each week is different. And if I'm hurt, you work with me so I'm not hurt worse. And that's the thing I really appreciate about you, is you care about your clients 150%. You don't continue doing these things that can hurt them. So I want you to know that I truly appreciate everything that you've done for me, and I'm going to continue this journey. I'm not done. It's going to maybe take me 2-3 years, but I'm going to be right there with you. You're not going to be able to get rid of me. So I really, really appreciate everything that you have taught me about my body and the different muscles, what what's pulling to make the pain worse. I swear I haven't had anybody talk to me about how my body is compared to what you do. Only because you want me to feel good about myself. And so I really and truly appreciate you, and I want you to know that if people don't hire a coach and pay that money, they're stupid. They're stupid, and they're stupid. Okay? Also, I remember one of the calls you said, throw away all your food. And because I always have like 10 to 12 grandkids come over, this is where the willpower comes in. I haven't thrown away any of the foods, but I do go out weekly and buy exactly what I need for my meals.
Hmm.
And everything else stays where they're at, so when the grandkids come, they've got the food to eat, but I don't eat it.
Yeah.
I do shopping twice a week, strictly for the menu that I have from you. So I'm really grateful and thankful for your help.
Yeah.
It's my husband loves my body. He loves my body. He said I'm doing really good. And so I have you to thank for that. And I'm going to continue this journey.
Awesome. So just a little background with Mita. We've been working for about 3 months now, and through this journey, she first came to me and she said, "Well, I might want to do a competition just to say that I did a competition." And I
Thanks,
said,
man.
"Okay." So just a little background. I'm gonna mute you here. So as we were doing this, we were going through this process, and as we went through this journey, she first originally told me that she wanted to do a competition and get on stage, and as we were doing this, she kept on getting injured, and I would try to take her to where she wanted to go, but what I know that is that her body just wasn't responding well. So as we've gone through this journey, I've had to teach her about a lot of the lifelong ailments that she's had, as far as lower back pain, upper neck pain, and all of these things, where it's not just about training to get muscles. It's training to be more fit, functional, and healthy, and getting a body that you can live in and live with. So when you start breaking down the details of what you're really doing, like, you have to move your body, but if you're training your body in improper ways and you're not creating the balance and symmetry in your body, you will have injuries later on that will put you out of the game. So there's a madness or a method to the madness that you have to really focus on. If you don't, you will have lifelong injuries. And so we're correcting those right now with Mita, and she's doing awesome right now. Okay. So thank you, Mita. So let's see. Diane, where are you at?
This week has been really good. Week 3, I feel like momentum is rolling. Week 2 was a little hard since it was the holidays, but I feel like I'm on track. I've redid my core 4. I mean, I'm in love with the program right now. I going to the gym's like my time to myself, and it's getting to the point where I'm like, okay, time to get up, go to the gym, and if I don't go, I feel like I've missed something, like my routine is off. So
Yeah.
I'm loving that. And with the nutrition, the vitamins are easy peasy. I love taking vitamins; they make me feel great. And if I do cheat, I tend to, like what Mita was saying, my body tells me that it's not good. I will, like, my face will break out if I eat sugar, and if I eat anything high in fat, I feel sick, I feel bloated. So I just tend to not eat it anymore. And I do the same thing. I buy what I need for the week and just make my meals, prepare my meals. And the husband's actually coming around. He's actually liking the meals a lot and wanting to eat as much sugar. So he's asking for my help, and I think that's awesome. So we're starting to kind of do it together. As far as like my weight, it did go down really quick at the beginning, but it went back up to the same spot, and then I've lost another 3 pounds. So, but I feel great. I have more energy. I can see a difference. Everyone around me can see a difference. I mean, I'm loving the program, Matt.
Awesome. Have you taken midway pictures?
I have, yeah.
Can you see a difference?
I can. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What are you noticing?
I'm noticing stronger arms, thinner waistline. Like I've gone up like 4 or gone down 4 belt notches. It's awesome. I can definitely feel, and then my legs are getting smaller. My butt's lifting.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm addicted.
Like this is only the beginning, right?
Exactly. And that's how I feel. I mean, my momentum right now is gold. I love it. I'm ready to go into 2015.
I love it. So use this in your posts, like, to get your business going. Like, essentially, like, this is powerful for your business. In the last like 3 weeks since you decided to start transforming and evolving your body, this is the results that you've gotten. This will blow people away. And when you start telling them that you've had to use the Itworks products because of this and this and this, and you tell people why they should be taking your product, I promise you, your business will explode. Okay?
Can do.
You have someone in your group right now who has been in the business since the beginning of December. She did 3 wrap parties and a third because she started to post her testimonials. Her business is like doing awesome right now. She already has her 4 loyal customers and is working on her distributors right now. And by the end of the 30 days, she wants to be able to have gotten paid like her $500 bonus.
You go, girl. Heck yeah.
Okay, so
awesome.
I can tell you right now that it all comes down to your personal testimonies first.
Okay.
So utilize it. I mean, like, Diane, you're rocking it right now. Everyone else wants to rock it, and so just push it.
Okay.
Awesome. Great. I love it. Let's move on to, we already kind of talked to you, Tracy, but let's just, real quick, where do you feel like you're at? Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, this week I'm feeling great. I'm back on, and we're doing good.
Good. Quick and easy. Love it.
Yep.
Okay. So for all of you, this is how we're going to finish out the challenge. Now, here's what I want you to realize is that you're getting results. Some of you are still trying to figure out, and we're all at different places. With this challenge, everyone's going to be at a different place, and that's just fine. But what I want you to understand is that there's always going to be more. There's always another challenge. The 30 days was just to help you see and start creating habits and start to understand that this is, or to even understand like why this is important to you. Why do all this? What's the purpose? Now, this is the beginning of an evolution within your body. This is the beginning, like Mita said, to an end. And the end, the only way that this really ends is when we are getting buried. So there's more. There's so much more, and this is like the tip of the iceberg. Like I have been working at my fitness for years. People don't understand this, but I've been working at this since junior in high school. When I first decided to start working out, it was down in my basement, picking up these. This I actually have this same bench that I started out as a junior in high school downstairs in my basement right now. And like to me, it's like it holds a special place in my heart because that's where I started. That's where I began, was downstairs in the basement with one bench. Okay. And that bench has defeated me before. Like I've gotten pinned down by that barbell doing a bench press. Okay. So me and my bench press and the weights, like we have a special place. Like this is where it all started. And I know that sounds silly to some of you, but it reminds me of where I've come from. And for all of you, there's going to be a time if you choose to continue to move forward and to continue to evolve, you will look back at this 30 days and you're going to say, that's when it all began. Like 2014 is when I decided to change and evolve and transform my life to this healthy, sexy, and confident new lifestyle that I have. Okay? So, Diane, what do you hear me saying so far?
Um, that we from somewhere, and we need to just keep going. Sorry, I kind of went blank. We just gotta, keep pushing. We gotta turn it into a good, healthy lifestyle. And I don't know. I just want to be, a good role model to people. A good example. And investing all the time and money into all of it. I mean, there's just no turning back.
Yep. Like investing like time and money into this is always going to be there. Like I invest so much money into my health because like it's either that or I'm paying for like stupid hospital bills for a doctor to tell me that I'm half dead and the only thing that's going to keep me alive is a blue and white pill.
Right.
And then later that pill is going to make me take another pill. And then later that pill is going to make me take another pill. And all of a sudden I have a pill box of pills that are keeping me alive. That's how the trend goes. I tell people that all the time. I've met women where they're taking a pill and then it triggers another problem. And that pill has triggered another problem because of the hormones. They're damaging their body even more. And I said, if you just ate healthy, you wouldn't have to take any of these. Like, really? I'm like, yeah. So you either invest now or you'll invest later. So, awesome. Tracy, what are you hearing so far?
I actually really love what you just said because it's so true. Invest now and like fix a problem before it happens. I mean, there's no reason why not to, you know? Why not be healthy and happy and confident and sexy and whatever you want to be? I mean, it's totally obtainable. And like you just said, you just have to eat healthy and exercise. Like, done. So that kind of hit me.
I love it. We want to complicate this, and we're gonna say like, oh, it's so hard, but you can do it. Okay,
Mhm.
I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know when you can see it.
Got it.
Okay, what do you see? What do you see on my
30-day
screen right
challenge.
now?
30 days.
What do you see on my screen?
30
30-day
day
challenge,
challenge.
right? 30-day challenge, right?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, Mita. I'm just muting you in and out because I'm getting a lot of feedback from your side. So,
If she turns down her volume, echo.
anyways, so this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna fill out this form. Okay. So this form, what you'll see is it says the outcome. So what is the outcome that you want in these 30 days? And what are the problems that you're facing? What are the obstacles that are coming about that you have? And then what are the solutions? So this is setting you up for January. Okay. And I know that this group will be done by then, but here's what I also know is that there's always more. And because there's always more, there's going to be another group who will choose to advance, and there will be a group that chooses not to advance. Those who choose to advance to this next group, we're going to take the challenge further. And we're going to evolve this challenge and really start diving into more things where I'm going to teach you more about the body, teaching you in depth more about like this is why you should do this. More, it's not so much about getting down the habits like it is right now. It's going to be more about teaching you the the principles and teaching you really like how the body works. And we get down to the details so that way you can really start to understand you and your body more. And it's going to be a game changer. Like, how would you feel if you never had to worry about the scale again?
Amazing.
Does that even exist?
It does. Like, the next challenge, there will be no scales, there will be no numbers. The only thing that you will see is before and after pictures. So each week, like, we're taking before and after pictures. And you're just looking for these results. You're just looking and looking and looking because the scale never matters. Mentally, we think that the scale tells the story, but the scale doesn't tell us anything. And we're so fixated on this, like the scale, the number, and it controls everything about us. But instead, we just do it off of the results that we're getting. Got it?
Yeah.
Like after this next challenge, like the scale will have no power over you. Like no power. And it will be powerful because you will have something that most people only dream of, right? Like what you just said, Tracy, like is it even possible?
Yeah.
So it's powerful. So I'm going to post this into the group, into the files, and I want you all to fill this out. I want you to still be clear about what it is that you want and how you want to finish out this group. But I want you to be clear on January. because this is ongoing. You need to be clear about what it is that you are trying to create. Okay? So, um, now are there any questions so far about everything that I've talked about?
Do you
I'm
know
good.
pricing or anything like that for this next challenge coming up?
Mm-hmm. I know that this next challenge is going to be $500
Okay.
because it's going to be more because
How long is it?
the next challenge will be it will be a 60-day challenge.
2 months. 2 months?
Yep, 2 months.
Okay.
Okay. So this challenge is going to go a little bit longer. The menus will be harder, and I'm not doing like I'm not doing customized ones. It's all going to be just templates, and I will just coach and teach, and it will be a harder menu. Like everything will be harder, and that's why we go 60 days. The 90 days we'll talk about later. Those of you who want to go 90, you can do 90, but it is harder to go 90. Okay. So, any other questions?
Mhm.
Okay. Awesome. So I made a little bit of a mistake last phone call, and I don't know. I was kicking myself in the pants because I was like, this is so stupid. That was the dumbest mistake. Okay. It's about the new you. Okay. So the new you, I talked about the arginine, and then after I corrected and I was telling you like, oh, I was wrong. You should take it before or after a workout and all of these things. Did you all read that message?
Yes.
Yes.
And I wanted to I was like, I second guessed myself, my own knowledge. Like, I don't know why I did that, but you know how you like fill out a test and you second guess on like filling out the bubble and then you end up getting it wrong
Oh yeah.
and your first answer was right. Like that's exactly what happened. I have no idea what happened and why I thought that. Okay, so arginine, I didn't tell you wrong on the call. The call was arginine actually helps dilate the blood vessels, but there's a catch, and it needs what's called citrulline in order for it to really activate. Okay. Now, do any of you know where you can find citrulline in any of your products?
Ooh. Could it be in the omegas?
Nope.
No. Maybe the. I'm
I
just
just
gonna.
drank some actually. Like before we got on the call, I was just drinking some
Profit or greens?
greens.
Greens. Magic greens.
So, and I actually tested this when I was with Amber and Josh Parker on Sunday. They had us over and we were just I told them I needed to test it. So you take two new U's and then you drink your greens with it. Okay? So that the arginine has nitrous oxide in it, which is what helps dilate the blood vessels. But in order for it to activate, it has to have citrulline. Now the citrulline comes in because you do have some beets in the greens, and you have a lot of the things that are going to activate as citrulline, and it gives you can feel it. Like I could feel it give me like a little bit of a a little bit of a opening. Um, it's not like I felt. How do I explain this? Like I told my wife after that I kind of felt like I had taken almost like a relaxing pill, but I felt good. Like it was like a buzz. So putting new you with the greens does work, and then you can take the thermal fit with it, and you can do that all before a workout.
So you want to take 2 New You before a workout?
2 New Yous before a workout, and then the greens.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's kind of where I struggle. I like to work out like first thing in the morning, and I know I need to eat before I work out, but I kind of hate doing that.
Hmm. Well,
Um,
so I would
what do
still
I
take
do?
the. I would just take the supplements and see how you do.
Okay.
You
So
know, I used to be the same way where I didn't want to eat before, but every time that I've changed it to where I do eat now, and then I'll wait the 30 to 60 minutes, and I have so much more energy at the gym. I can get through it way better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
so sometimes it takes a little bit of practice. Like I tell people to start off small when they're trying to eat before a workout. It takes your body a little bit of adjusting to do it, but once you start doing it more consistently, it will adjust to it.
So, do you guys eat after breakfast? I mean, work out after breakfast?
Well, yeah. Like, so here's what I do. I always eat my breakfast, and like when I go to the 4:30 workouts, like with my wife in the morning, we are both eating, and then we're out the door. And remember, like I'm eating 14 eggs and
Yeah.
2 pieces of toast. So, I mean, like you have to practice it. Like at first, like you might have a few crappy workouts, but after a while, it will go away.
Okay.
So we always wake up, we eat, and then we go straight to the gym.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, good question. Now, after your workout, what should you be having?
Protein
Profit.
shake.
Profit. And it's not bad to have like a starchy carb with it. So, if you're having like a carbohydrate with it, it's not a bad thing to have. So when I go to we go to the Vasa Fitness or the Gold's Gym, the old Gold's Gym or whatever. This is what I get if I don't have a post workout shake with me. It's always going to be protein, creatine, glutamine, and oats. All things to recover from my workout. So in order for protein to work inside your body, it needs a carbohydrate. So carbohydrates will actually help get it into the muscle synthesis and help that repair a little bit more. So I wrote a post about this, and I know some of you probably saw this, but so inside your muscles you have what's called glycogen, and this is how fat is stored and why it's so bad to have an over amount of carbohydrates. So when you eat a carbohydrate, your pancreas releases a chemical called insulin. So that insulin is going to be broken down and be put into your into your muscle store and into your liver, and it's called glycogen. Okay, so anything else, anything that can't be stored and anything left over, that's when it starts getting deposited into your fat cells. So that's where your fat comes from. Is when you have excess amount of like carbohydrates and insulin, that's when it's going to be put into it. So when you spike it, that's what happens to your body because it can't get it into your body, and so it instantly goes into your fat storage. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it's okay. Like after a workout, you have about 30 minutes. You have about a 30-minute window where your body will really absorb that. That's why it has to be a liquid protein, and why I don't necessarily always recommend a solid. The liquids will get into your muscle, and your body will absorb that, and it will have a better recovery time. But again, that window is about 30 minutes. And in order for it to get into your muscles efficiently, you have to have a carbohydrate with it, and it has to be a complex carbohydrate. So having your oats ground up into a protein shake, not a bad idea to do it. Okay. Any questions?
Like a half a cup.
Yeah, half a cup's fine.
Okay.
So, and everyone always says, "Do we count these calories?" No, you don't count them. They aren't being used the same as a normal calorie. Okay. That's at least I've never like there might be some trainers that do it, but I don't count them. Okay. So,
Cool.
okay, now real quick before we end this call, like I want you all to understand, like you have to be posting about these things. This is why I told you when you first signed up, one of the most vital things that you can do is tell people why they should be taking these products and why you take them. Like take a little selfie with you and your protein shake, and like I take the ProFit after a workout so that I can have proper recovery, so that my muscles can heal, and so that I can gain more muscle to burn more fat. Get your ProFit today. Like people have to understand why they should be taking your products. I wrap once a week. Why do I wrap once a week? Well, I want to get the best results in these next 30 days in this challenge that I'm in, and this is the results that I've gotten so far. It works. Okay? Especially if you're willing to post your before and after or midway pictures, holy cow, you will sell reps. And you tell people, I work with a coach, we work on nutrition, we work on their workouts, and I rap. Tell them step by step everything that you're doing, and people will say, oh, wow. Like, you give yourself credibility because you are working out and you're doing the reps. Like, the biggest thing that people have with the reps, I can tell you right now from an outsider standpoint, is that, oh, they're just looking for the easy way. Like, they don't ever even work out. Like, how lame. But when you show them you're working out, you're eating right, you have a trainer, and you're getting results, and you're repping, just to get every ounce of help that you can. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Tracy, what are you getting out of this call?
A lot. I need to post. I need to what we've already talked about. I feel like I've talked a lot. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What we've already talked about, I guess.
Awesome. Okay, Diane, what are you getting?
My main thing would be doing more good testimony, getting results out there, and people, having people understand why they should be taking their supplements and their products. I have no problem with putting my picture up there and letting people know. I love the change that I'm seeing, so I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the whole call, I mean, again, just the when you're trying to do the 100%, you're not always going to get that 100%, and that you do get stressed out and you punish yourself and then you start giving up. So it's okay to not always be 100%. But I'm committed into changing a lifestyle, but I know that there will be ups and downs, and I can't punish myself for that, and I don't think anyone should do that to themselves either, because it's just, like, again, I've come too far. I've spent money that I didn't even have. Like, I have to do it. Like, it's just something that's, it's gonna be a part of my life now, and I'm tired of the old life, so I'm loving it. I love the call. I love somehow I'm gonna manifest $500 hopefully. Get onto that 60-day training because I'm in love with it.
Yeah, and you can do it. Like, just start posting and start. Like, it's the new year. Everyone wants to buy. Like, go with that mentality. Everyone wants to buy this right now from me. And
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
now.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. Mita, what are you getting from the phone call?
I'm getting a lot. I'm learning a lot. I'm still learning about me and my journeys. And I know you guys talk a lot about those those smoothies or the green stuff, and I have to kind of like tweak those things because I'm not with It Works. But I think what I do is also works for me. I just have to kind of like see what's there for me to, you know, put on my menu. But I'm doing
Yeah. So you can do the same thing, Mita, where
the
you can
menu you give me.
say,
Maybe, you know, no, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
It's pretty good menu. I like eating it.
Yeah. And you can start posting about like
So
why you take your supplement
just do
and
the
what it
work.
does for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, everyone. So I'm gonna post the 30-day challenge. I want you to write it. Like you can print them out, take pictures with it, or you can just fill it out in the form and like post in it and like just declare. So, you guys, you're all killing it. Um, like this whole challenge has gone above and beyond what I thought it would. Like the weight loss, the results. Like I knew people would get results, but you've blown my expectations. Like I'm so proud of all of you and the commitment that you have all made. Like and how committed you have all been. Like so proud of you. Like so proud of you, and you're just killing it. And like sprint into January. The worst thing you could do is to walk in it or to just let it happen. The best thing for you to do right now is to sprint. Like just go all out, don't hold back, and just go get it. Like get and create the life that you want right now. Okay? I love you all. Reach out if you have any questions, and we'll meet next week on our original time that we thought that we planned last time, and it's going to be Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Okay?